Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance, and today we're diving deep into one of the most brutal, disruptive, and mechanically unique tanks in Hero Wars, Alliance, the one and only Cleaver. If you love chaos, disruption, and pure frontline destruction, you're in the right place. Cleaver brings raw pressure, battlefield manipulation, and a level of control over enemy formations that few tanks can match. And today, we're breaking down exactly how he works, how to use him, who to pair him with, and how to counter him. Let's begin. Cleaver is a strength-based tank from the Chaos faction, holding the very front of the team. His entire design revolves around overwhelming the enemy front line, ripping formations apart, and constantly forcing opponents to fight on his terms. His signature mechanic is Hook, dragging the backmost enemy into the danger zone. Once the victim is pulled, Cleaver follows with pure damage, area damage, stuns, and a self-hurting skill that ironically makes him even more dangerous when paired with the right allies. His passive strengthens him over time, giving him more raw force as the battle develops. His main role is simple and brutal: bring the enemy close, destroy their formation, and keep the pressure high so your team can finish the job. Now let's talk about synergy, because Cleaver is a tank that transforms entire teams when placed in the right setup. One of the most powerful partners is Tristan. Cleaver's constant frontline pressure helps Tristan gain energy faster because Tristan gains bonus energy whenever he has allies positioned in front of him. With Cleaver absorbing, stunning, and striking first, Tristan gets exactly what he needs to provide massive armor penetration to the whole team. And while Cleaver keeps the front line under heavy damage, Tristan burns energy from the enemy with the highest magic penetration or from the further back enemy, delaying key ultimates and giving your team the tempo advantage. It becomes a machine of pressure. Cleaver disrupts and damages, Tristan tears through weakened defenses. Kayla is another destructive synergy. Cleaver stabilizes the front line so Kayla can jump with confidence, strike the center, and scatter chaos across the enemy team. Because she heals more when paired with chaos allies, she becomes far harder to kill. Cleaver damages and stuns the front while Kayla dives the back, creating a crossfire of pure and physical damage that breaks the enemy from two sides at once. Peach is a natural chaos partner too. She loves having allies in front of her, especially chaotic ones, because they amplify her whip. When she lashes the enemy with her armor-breaking whip, Cleaver immediately takes advantage of the reduced armor and cuts deeper. Peach increases the physical and magic attack of allies in front of her, which boosts Cleaver's slicing power even more. The two together turn the battlefield into a theater of pain, big hits, broken armor, and relentless pressure. Cascade also works incredibly well with Cleaver. If Cleaver pulls a squishy target to the front, Cascade can impale them instantly. But even when that doesn't happen, Cascade grouping enemies gives Cleaver the perfect setup to deliver more stuns, more area damage, and even better hooks. Both heroes thrive on displacement, and when used together, they completely dismantle enemy formations. Now let's move to support heroes who elevate Cleaver's potential even further. Oya is one of Cleaver's strongest allies. His vampirism triggers her bonus critical hits, meaning Cleaver heals harder and deals more critical strikes. She pulls the lowest health enemy into Cleaver's range, burning their energy and allowing him to finish them quickly. It becomes a cycle of sustain, critical hits, energy denial, and pure destruction. When the lowest health enemy is marked, Cleaver is the executioner. Aiden brings a different kind of support, one that transforms Cleaver's survivability. His healing, enhanced for Chaos allies, becomes massive. Cleaver's maximum health grows over time, which makes him increasingly harder to kill as the fight progresses. The longer the battle goes, the stronger and tankier Cleaver becomes. With Aiden behind him, Cleaver can stay alive through fights that would normally crush tanks with lower sustain. Peppy is another underrated but deadly partner. Cleaver's self-damage from meat grinder gives Peppy boldness attacks, making her frolic devastating. Cleaver pulls victims in front of her, and she tears them apart. Her control effects from the front pressure, while Cleaver stuns and slices anyone who gets close. When timed correctly, the two can shred entire teams in seconds. Goose also plays beautifully with Cleaver. His golden feathers increase Cleaver's healing and give him critical hits, turning Cleaver into a self-sustaining bruiser who hits harder the longer the fight goes on. With Hoos keeping him alive through constant healing and crit boosts, Cleaver becomes a serious threat, especially when ignored. But even monsters like Cleaver have counters, and knowing them is just as important as building him. Aurora paired with Peppy is one of the most brutal answers. Cleaver's self-damage becomes fatal when Aurora converts magic damage and Peppy amplifies the retaliation. The more Cleaver hurts himself or attacks into Aurora's mirror, the closer he gets to self-destruction. Another counter is protecting the backline with Andvari. If Andvari shields the backmost hero from displacement, Cleaver's hook loses its biggest advantage, and the formation remains intact. Celeste is another hard counter because her purifying sphere blocks negative effects and her dark flames convert Cleaver's healing into magic damage, meaning Cleaver slowly kills himself the longer he fights. There are also cases where being dragged to the front is actually beneficial to the enemy. Martha, Dorian, and Daredevil can become even stronger when brought into the front line because they trigger their mechanics more frequently. Cleaver can unintentionally empower them if you're not careful. And that's the full breakdown, Guardians. Cleaver is not just a tank, he is a frontline bully, a formation breaker, and a pure damage disruptor who becomes absolutely terrifying with the right allies behind him. Use him wisely, support him correctly, and he will tear through enemy teams with brutal efficiency. If you enjoyed this guide, drop your thoughts below and tell us how Cleaver performs in your teams. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, salute and friendship.